If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. Never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place, that is, the unique you. Have an aim in life, continuously acquire knowledge, work hard, and have perseverance too. Realize the great life. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best to those who dream and work. Small aim is a crime. Have great aim. Man needs his difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy success. Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. We should not give up, and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. If a country is to be corruption-free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are 3 key societal members who can make a difference. They are the father, the mother, and the teacher. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. The bird is powered by its own life and by its motivation. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. My message, especially to young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible, and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people. If 4 things are followed, having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. God, our Creator, has stored within our minds and personalities great potential strength and ability. Prayer helps us tap and develop these powers. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. When we tackle obstacles, we find hidden reserves of courage and resilience we did not know we had. And it is only when we are faced with failure do we realize that these resources were always there within us. We only need to find them and move on with our lives. Unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. In this world, fear has no place, only strength respects strength. Let me define a leader. He must have vision and passion, and not be afraid of any problem. Instead, he should know how to defeat it. Most importantly, he must work with integrity. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. If we are not free, no one will respect us. Regarding marriage, somehow it didn't happen. One fellow in such a big family not getting married is not an issue. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality, and happiness of Every citizen is important for the overall prosperity, peace, and happiness of the nation. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. Where do the evils like corruption arise from? It comes from the never-ending greed. The fight for corruption, free ethical society will have to be fought against this greed and replace it with what can I give spirit. Great teachers emanate out of knowledge, passion, and compassion. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. Widespread use of antibiotics promotes the spread of antibiotic resistance. Smart use of antibiotics is the key to controlling its spread. To become unique, the challenge is to fight the hardest battle which anyone can imagine until you reach your destination. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. Writing is my love. If you love something, you find a lot of time. I write for 2 hours a day, usually starting at midnight. At times I start at 11. Developing nations want to become developed nations. Those who cannot work with their hearts achieve but a hollow, half-hearted success that breeds bitterness all around. Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? No religion has mandated killing others as a requirement for its sustenance or promotion. One of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions. Ultimately, education in its real sense is the pursuit of truth. It is an endless journey through knowledge and enlightenment. A teacher should have a creative mind. Real education enhances the dignity of a human being and increases his or her self-respect. If only the real sense of education could be realized by each individual and carried forward in every field of human activity, the world will be so much a better place to live in. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is harmony in the house. When there is harmony in the house, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Creativity is the key to success in the future, and primary education is where teachers can bring creativity in children at that level. What is politics? Political system is equal to development. Politics plus political politics. Poetry comes from the highest happiness or the deepest sorrow. It's when children are 15, 16, or 17 that they decide whether they want to be a doctor, an engineer, a politician, or go to the Mars or moon. That is the time they start having a dream, and that's the time you can work on them. You can help them shape their dreams. Educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial, and moral leadership among students, and become their role model. I was willing to accept what I couldn't change. God is everywhere. When you look at the light bulb above you, you remember Thomas Alva Edison. When the telephone bell rings, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. When you see the blue sky, you think of Sir C.V. Raman. War is never a lasting solution for any problem. All wars signify the failure of conflict resolution mechanisms, and they need post-war rebuilding of faith, trust, and confidence. All the scientists and technologists should work in appropriate region, specifically the rural technologies, to transform Indian rural sector. An economically peaceful and prosperous Sri Lanka is the dream of youth of the nation. My message for the youth is to collectively work for an inclusively developed Sri Lanka.